Bitcoin and El Salvador, a brief look at the relationship between the two. Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized digital currency, has been making headlines for several years now. However, one country in particular, El Salvador, has recently caught the attention of the cryptocurrency world due to its recent adoption of Bitcoin as a legal tender. We will take a closer look at the relationship between Bitcoin and El Salvador, and how this adoption is likely to impact both the country and the future of cryptocurrency. The history of El Salvador. After World War II, El Salvador's economy underwent a period of rapid growth, driven by rising export prices and increased investment. This era saw the expansion of the country's manufacturing sector and the growth of the tourism industry. However, this period of growth was marred by political instability and civil war, which lasted from the 1980s until the 1990s. In the post-war period, El Salvador has been working to rebuild its economy. The country has pursued a number of reforms, including the liberalization of trade and investment, the strengthening of its financial sector, and the expansion of the tourism industry. Today, El Salvador's economy is growing, driven by a combination of manufacturing, services, and agriculture. What is Bitcoin and how does it work? Before we delve into the relationship between Bitcoin and El Salvador, it is important to first understand what Bitcoin is and how it works. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that operates on a peer-to-peer network, allowing users to make transactions without the need for intermediaries such as banks. Transactions are recorded on a public ledger known as the blockchain, which ensures transparency and security. Bitcoin has become increasingly popular over the years, with millions of people around the world using it as a form of investment, payment, and store of value. It has also faced challenges and controversies, including concerns about its association with illegal activities and its volatile value. Despite these challenges, Bitcoin has continued to grow and attract attention from governments, businesses, and individuals. Why did El Salvador adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender? In June 2021, President Nayib Bukele announced that El Salvador had adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender alongside the US dollar, which has been the country's official currency since 2001. This decision makes El Salvador the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. The move has been met with both excitement and criticism, with supporters praising it as a bold and innovative step forward, and detractors questioning its feasibility and stability. The country has a long history of financial instability and a lack of access to traditional banking services for a large portion of its population. This has led to a reliance on informal financial systems, such as remittances from abroad, which are often subject to high fees and limitations on their use. By adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender, El Salvador is hoping to improve financial inclusion and reduce the reliance on informal financial systems. Additionally, Bitcoin's decentralized nature and its ability to operate on a peer-to-peer network means that it is less susceptible to the same types of financial instability that have plagued the country in the past. What are the potential benefits of adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender? The adoption of Bitcoin as a legal tender in El Salvador has the potential to bring several benefits to the country and its citizens. One of the key benefits of Bitcoin in El Salvador is increased access to financial services. Many people in the country, particularly those living in rural areas, do not have access to traditional banking services. With Bitcoin, they can now send and receive payments, save money, and access financial services without the need for a bank or other intermediary. This increased access to financial services can help reduce poverty and improve economic stability. Another benefit of Bitcoin in El Salvador is increased investment and economic growth. The country has struggled with attracting investment and boosting economic growth, but by adopting Bitcoin, it hopes to become a more attractive destination for investors and businesses. This could lead to the creation of new jobs and an overall improvement in the country's economy. Another potential benefit of adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender is increased efficiency and lower costs. Bitcoin transactions can be processed faster and at a lower cost than traditional banking transactions, which could help to reduce the fees associated with remittances and other financial transactions. Drawbacks of Bitcoin in El Salvador. One of the biggest challenges with Bitcoin adoption in El Salvador is the limited infrastructure for cryptocurrency transactions. There are currently only a handful of businesses and merchants that accept Bitcoin as payment. This limits the ability of individuals and businesses to use the cryptocurrency as a means of exchange. As a result, many people in El Salvador still use traditional currencies, such as the US dollar, for their daily transactions. Volatility. Another challenge with Bitcoin adoption in El Salvador is its volatility. The value of Bitcoin can fluctuate greatly, which can cause uncertainty for users. This is particularly problematic for merchants who accept Bitcoin as payment. They may receive a payment in Bitcoin one day, only to find that the value of the payment has declined the next day. This unpredictability can lead to difficulties with budgeting and financial planning. Lack of regulation. The lack of regulation in the cryptocurrency space is another drawback of Bitcoin in El Salvador. This can create risks for users and make it difficult for the government to monitor and control the use of the cryptocurrency. The lack of regulation can also create opportunities for fraud and other illegal activities. The future of Bitcoin. First, it's clear that Bitcoin will continue to play a major role in El Salvador's economy. With its fast, secure, and transparent transactions, Bitcoin has proven to be a reliable and efficient way to transfer money. As the world continues to embrace cryptocurrency, it is likely that Bitcoin will continue to grow in popularity and importance in El Salvador. Second, as the cryptocurrency market matures, it is likely that El Salvador will become a hub for crypto-related businesses and services. With its well-educated workforce and pro-technology government, the country is well-positioned to become a leading player in the crypto industry. This could bring new jobs and investment to the country, helping to boost the economy even further. Third, the use of Bitcoin in El Salvador could also have a positive impact on the country's tourism industry. With its legal tender status, tourists will continue to be able to use Bitcoin to make purchases while in the country, making it even easier for them to transact and helping to boost local businesses. Bitcoin has had a significant impact on the financial landscape of El Salvador since its adoption as legal tender. With fast, secure, and transparent transactions, Bitcoin has increased financial inclusion, reduced corruption, and boosted the country's tourism industry. As the cryptocurrency market continues to mature, it is clear that Bitcoin will play an even more important role in the country's economy in the future. Whether it's through increased adoption, the growth of crypto-related businesses, or its impact on tourism, Bitcoin is poised to continue to make a big impact in El Salvador. The country's embrace of cryptocurrency is a testament to its innovative spirit and its commitment to progress, making it a leader in the world of finance. If you found this video informative and interesting, be sure to like, comment, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.